I'm into touch, feel. Leslie Desmond's a wonderful horsewoman. She taught me, find your feel. Put some float in your rope, as she says. So we're constantly trying to engage without creating opposition reflex. In other words, when I put pressure, most entities are going to lean into that pressure. They're not going to yield to it. So we teach dogs and horses to have less brace in their mind by, pushing, and then they yield. But you have to learn the 4 phases of friendly firmness. You don't just walk up and whack something and expect it. I mean, it's rather rude.
Right.
So we start going, can you move at that? Can you move at that? Can you move at that? Maybe I have to give you one of those. That's a phase 4 connection. Well, after that one touch, you always rub that away. They're going to go, I'd rather move at phase 1 than phase 4. Soon they start learning to get lighter and lighter and lighter. But you have to learn to get lighter and lighter.
Okay.
So I'm always moving a hip. If they take a step, I release. If I push on their chest and they take a step back, I release. If I want to lower their head, they release. All that same feel I learned with horses, I'm doing with dogs, because then they're clear on my intention and what my hands are doing. And I have to swoop and hover over them, which most dogs are very concerned about, and we do a lot of that. So that's how I start doing. We do a lot of swooping and passive attention. I do use food after I've got the heart in my hand phase done, where the dog looks at me and says, I'm in. I use no-slip collars for direction. Sometimes I use a nice little soft slip leash right behind the ears just to get the communication going, and then I back into a buckle collar or a flat collar. I'm always working never to choke the dog. That's why we work on little incremental feels in closed environments, so there's no opportunity for dog to take off and go at the end of something. So we're always take a step, yes, take a step, yay, take a step, yay. Or we do click treat along our side and create reward history. So I get a lot of reward history going by me because the leash is not important. I want you to train as if you don't have a leash on, and then when you're at liberty, pretend that you do have the leash on, because that's a pattern animal. You build it in the leash, you can take the leash off and you'll have it. Same with the horse. So that to me creates less brace and opposition because there's not a leash cranking and pulling and directing. Not into pinch collars. I'm not into choke chains. I'm not into pinch collars. I'm not into choke chains. I'll actually put an opinion on them.
Okay.
I think they're dangerous, and they're definitely in the wrong hands of the average Joe. And I think stores like PetSmart and all them should, take them out of the store because people don't know how to use them, and they can break tracheas, and they can. I'm not into shock collars either. I don't mind a vibration collar because I may have to talk to you at a distance, and my arms aren't very long. So I just want to go tickle, tickle, tickle. Can you turn around and look at me? But I'm not going to shock you to teach you anything. If I create pain and fear, I've missed my mark. So we don't do any of that.
That's
Love. We use love and rubbing.